You know what the number one thing is that separates people from who successfully change their diet to those who fail within a week? It's not willpower, it's not motivation, it's not even knowing what healthy food is. It's just a shopping list. I'm Bread Brassica, and if you're serious about taking charge of how you eat, whether it's losing weight, eating more plants, or just eating healthier, this is the single most important habit that you need to build, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Here's what happens when you don't have a shopping list. Get to 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, you're hungry, and you open the fridge, there's nothing. I mean, like, there's some stuff, but there's nothing you actually want to eat. Nothing goes together. There's maybe some like wilted lettuce, like half an onion, and some just like random other bits. So what do? You order a takeaway. Or you just like run to the shop and grab whatever looks good in the moment, which is usually ultra processed, high fat, high salt, high sugar, and stuff that your brain is just screaming for because you're hungry. And just like that, your diet is done. Game over. If you go shopping blind, whether it's walking into a supermarket or scrolling through a delivery app without a plan, you're setting yourself up to fail. You're leaving your diet up to whatever looks good in the moment, and what looks good in the moment is never the healthy option. The reality is, if you don't plan what you're going to eat, someone else will plan it for you, and that someone is usually a fast food app or whatever's on offer at the front of the store. So why does a shopping list change everything? Because it forces you to think ahead. It makes you plan. It turns eating from a reactive decision, what do I feel like eating right now, into a proactive strategy. What am I going to need this week? Even if you don't stick to the shopping list perfectly at first, and like you won't, by the way, just the act of creating it builds the habit. You're training yourself to think about food intentionally instead of winging it. And here's the thing, once you've got that list, you're not tempted by all the other stuff. You walk into the shop, you get what's on your list, and you leave. No browsing, no this looks nice, I'll just grab that. No impulse buy, nothing that's going to end up sitting in your cupboard calling your name at 10 p.m. Because remember this principle, if it's in your house, it's in your mouth. If you don't buy the crisps, the chocolate, or the biscuits, if they never make it into your house in the first place, then you can't eat them. The battle isn't won in your kitchen at 9 p.m. when you're craving something. The battle is won in the shop when you decide what actually comes home with you. Alright, so how do you actually create an effective shopping list? Well, step one, plan your meals. Sit down, and I mean it, just sit down, don't try and do this in your head. Write down what you're going to eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner for the entire week. Use whatever works for you, like a piece of paper, notes on your phone, Notion, Google Docs, whatever. Just get it written down somewhere. This is going to be a week 1 meal plan, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's not going to be great. It's going to be a little bit like rough around the edges. You're going to miss a few things. You're going to overplan some meals. You're going to underplan others. I mean, it's completely fine. It's your foundation. You're going to get better every single week. Step 2, account for real life. Look on your calendar. Do you have any birthday parties coming up? Any meals out? Any dates? Any events in which you're not going to be cooking? If you're going out on Friday night, don't plan a big home cooked meal for Friday night. Just plan around it. This isn't about perfection. It's about being realistic. Step 3, work out what you actually need. Now look at your meal plan and write down every single ingredient that you need for your meals. For me and my wife, we like to keep things relatively consistent. We'll have the same breakfast every day. A smoothie with different grains and fruits. We know exactly what goes in it. We just check what we're missing and add it to the list. If you want to see a video on that, let me know in the comments and I'll make it. For lunches, we keep like the base the same but vary the vegetables. We have like rice with some sort of protein, whether it be beans, tofu, seitan, whatever. We just rotate through different vegetables, like different brassicas, different cruciferous vegetables. For example, some days it's kale that we grow ourselves, and some days it's rocket and spinach that we just buy from the shop. For dinners, we plan out 7 different meals. Maybe we're meal prepping, maybe having pasta over a couple of days, chili, curry, you name it, over a few days. It all just gets worked into the equation. The key is to write down the exact ingredients that you need for those specific meals. Nothing else. No this, no that, no extras. Just write down what you need for the meals that you've planned. Step 4, check your cupboards. Before finalising the list, go through your cupboards and your fridge. What do you already have? Cross those things off. Only buy what you actually need. For us, we shop on a Sunday, and by Sunday morning, our cupboards are pretty much empty. Our fridge is empty and there's nothing to snack on. And that's by design, because if there's nothing unhealthy in your house, you can't eat it. Step 5, shop at the right time. This is critical. Never go shopping on an empty stomach. If you're hungry, when you go shopping, your brain is going to pull you towards all the ultra processed, high fat, high sugar, quick dopamine foods. You'll go off your list, you'll go off your script, when you'll spend loads of money on food that you don't actually need, that's bad for you, but you feel obligated to eat it because you've bought it. For us, we have our morning smoothie, then we go straight to the shops. We're not hungry, so we're not tempted. We stick to the list, we get what we need, and we get out. That's it. If you're shopping in the afternoon, make sure that you've had lunch first. Plan your shopping trips around when you've already eaten, not when you're starving. Now here's what's going to happen over the next few weeks. You're going to get it wrong. You're going to have some wins, you're going to have some losses. You're going to plan to have a salad on day 5 or day 6, and all the veg is going to be wilted in the fridge and not very nice. You're going to realise that you've bought too much of one thing and not enough of another. You're going to forget ingredients, and it's all part of the process. This is about trial and error. You're learning how to structure your weekly meal. You're working out what goes off quickly and needs to be eaten first, and what lasts longer and can be saved for later in the week. You're going to figure out your own system, and that system is going to be unique to you, your schedule, your preferences, what you like to eat, and how much time you have to cook. But here's the thing, every week you're going to get a little bit better. Week 1 might be a little rough. Week 2 might be a little smoother. Week 4, hopefully, you've got a solid rotation of meals. And by week 12, it should almost feel like second nature. The overall goal isn't perfection from day 1. The overarching goal is progress. The goal is to build a habit of planning ahead instead of reacting in the moment. Look, I know it sounds simple, almost too simple. And it's probably because it is, but simple doesn't mean easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Most people don't fail their diets because they don't know what healthy food is. They fail because they don't have a system. They're making it up as they go along. And when you're making it up as you go along, you're going to default to whatever's easiest and most convenient. A shopping list gives you a system. It gives you a plan. It takes the decision making out of the moment when you're tired and hungry and just want something quick. Once you've got your meal planning and shopping list routine down, everything gets easier. You're not constantly thinking about what to eat. You're not scrambling for meals. You're not ordering takeaway 3 times a week because you haven't got anything in the cupboards. You're in control. So if you made it this far, I'd like you to do a little homework for me. Create your first meal plan. Sit down, plan out 7 meals, write your shopping list, and go shopping after you've eaten. That's it. That's all I want you to do. But if you want bonus points, come back and tell me how it went. Drop a comment below. Did you stick to your list? What went well and what was harder than you expected? If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button because I'm going to be releasing more videos in this series about mindful dieting, building sustainable habits and taking control of your health without crash diets or BS. I'm Brad Brassica and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.